So here we are at Chill Gelato in Montpelier, Vermont, where they have all their fresh daily flavors on display. Yummy. Here we can see all the appliances in the gelato shop at Chill. And now we're going to start.
Yeah.
Montpelier.
Montpelier.
Get in there, man.
I'm in there, man.
Just don't drop that in there.
I know.
So this is surrounded by food grade glycol gel. So it's got this barrel that sits inside this tank is freezing. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so it just spins around. This paddle kind of just pushes the ice crystals out of it and makes it really, really smooth and wonderful. And actually, you can get completely absorbed watching. It's like pottery or watching goldfish. You just go,
Yeah, you just stay there.
Yeah.
slides it off, presses it up against it. This takes about, when you put the ice cream base in, about 8 to 10 minutes per batch. And right now I've got 2 gallons of this. So this part right here is this just keeps it inside the barrel.
And that 2 gallons would last how long?
Once you put it in the blast freezer, the job over there, it just freezes it. It hardens it to like the perfect serving temperature. I usually like to put it 10 minutes in the job, the blast freezer, 10 minutes in the freezer, and then it's ready to go on the case.
And also I see that you guys don't put an egg, right?
No eggs in this.
Why? It's the taste? You guys prepare it?
No, it's just the style that you decide to use. It's you can use eggs as a stabilizer. We chose not to. Some people have egg allergies, so we just don't. Plus, eggs can cause all kinds of havoc.
Why do you guys do gelato?
Why do we do gelato?
Why gelato?
Why not ice cream? Why gelato?
Why gelato?
It's lower in fat, much lower in fat. It's got less air and it's served at a warmer temperature. Theo lived in Italy for a while.
Well, I think it's the best dessert in the world. We both are passionate about gelato. There are a lot of great desserts, but it gave us a chance to practice our culinary passions to do more on.
The West Coast has got gelato on it. This keeps bringing it.
And we're a dairy state, on it, and really.
And you guys get your products from around here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we use Brothers Mill, St. Albans Cooperative for our ice cream milk powder.
And the flavors you guys just make up during the seasons? Each season different flavors?
Eggnogs, we're in December. I've got a lot of requests for something new and exciting. Think about meat.
Ooh.
Totally, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That would be crazy.
Meat, mascarpone, orange zest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the best things too. Is the customers all come in and they have their favorite flavors, their suggestions. It's great.
We don't have an official count, but we think we're between 40 and 50 flavors so far.
Nice.
But there's some key ones that we really like to repeat, like Montpelier. We really like when the gingers come out, the Belgian chocolate, the maple, because again, we're here in Vermont, these are local serve.
You actually paddle the gelato and you kind of whip some air into it. Right now it's a little bit soft, but I'll just demonstrate what you're basically doing. So you bring the paddle in and you're just basically, once it gets hard it'll be more obvious, but you're just bringing air into it like this. And kayaking down the gelato river. I did a lot of research on what kind of machinery we wanted to use. And you can just do a machine where you pour the base in and out comes the gelato.
Yeah.
Close the top and that's it. But I like to interact with it, see it, I want to add things to it.
Make
It's
it your
just a
own.
really, it's a very hands-on approach.
Do it. Mix it.
Just don't get it hooked on the paddle.
Oh, Eduardo, I love the way you scoop my gelato. Yeah, so pretty.
Yeah.
Scoop that, scoop that, scoop that,
We're doing the Sicilian style without the egg, and the northern style has the egg. So we've had these pizzelle, kind of a crisp accompaniment, not too much, and people tend to respond to them. So it's become our signature thing, and we like doing it. It makes the place smell nice.
Ice cream doesn't have.
Well, most of them, I mean, some of them are pungent, like the fresh mint particularly, but so this is a pretty straightforward 4-gallon vat pasteurizer system that we came to understand we had to learn how to use and secure if we were going to make and sell ice cream in Vermont. And it's a guy in Maryland has made them. It's kind of, I mean, we're both learning, but as I understand it, it's to try to kind of make dairy production more localized, and this is the smallest size they have. Most of them are big, 15 or 30-gallon vat. So anyway, so this is, and in Vermont, they want you to be able to use both a mercury thermometer and a digital thermometer. We have to keep the product, the ice cream base, and sorbets don't need pasteurization, but we have to keep the ice cream base at 155 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 30 minutes, and record the interval of time that we do that in. And we also have to keep the air above it at least 10 degrees hotter than that. So we record both the air temperature and the product temperature. And we do it at the onset of a batch. We'll come in, but we wait till it gets to the. Oh, so let me step back and say what else is here. So here are the mercury thermometers and the digital thermometers that need to go into here and are recorded. We can look at that in a second. This is basically kind of a blow dryer, really, a hot fan that blows hot air at a high temperature into the surface. And this is a paddle under here that rotates. And then when we are going to turn it on, I mean, this is on, but we're actually ready. We're going to make a coffee base, pasteurized coffee. We found that pasteurizing some of the flavors makes them even better. Like if you pasteurize the strawberry instead of putting the strawberry in after the base, it's just not as intense. It's not bad. It's good, but it's really, so the coffee just comes out really amazing when we pasteurize it. We pasteurize the chocolate, of course. This disc is a 12-hour disc, and you start it on 10-minute increments, and it keeps track of the product and the atmospheric temperature, as does the digitally, and it records it. So batch 1 is coffee, so when we start that, we'll record at the beginning, at the end, and then we'll be able to take it out of here and bring it over to here. So once it's pasteurized, we're going to put it into this pump system. So this would all be drained, it'd be fresh cold water. Turn the pump on, and it basically circulates the water around the hot vat of ice cream base. And we use a whisk, and what will happen is, like you leave cocoa out for a little bit when you're drinking, little skim forms on it. That begins to happen kind of 3D, kind of almost, throughout the product. It starts congealing, and so we whisk that together and keep trying to, not like you have to whisk it all the time, but periodically we whisk it. And then, depending on what we want to do, if it's down 40 degrees or below, we can put it right into the batch freezer and make a product. Usually we're going to take that many of the flavors work well with having made a white base, a crema base, or a dolce latte base, and then adding stuff after that, depending on what we're talking about. So all natural pistachio paste or hazelnut paste, for example, goes well afterwards. Whereas I was saying some of the fruit, it's nice to pasteurize it, but we're experimenting, or I'd say largely Nori, as I'm our sous chef. Well, that's sacrilege. We're not chefs. I mean, I'm our support person in the kitchen, trying to keep everything clean. But we think of flavors together. We try them together. We taste them together. The family, the kids are obviously loving being taste testers. And we really wanted a family business. We needed ice cream downtown. So anyway, we take that batch, and if we wanted to just not use it right away, there's Dan Scruton from the Agency of Agriculture. He's the head of the dairy thing. That's fun. But we can put them into these containers and store them in the refrigerator. Okay, but then once we've made a batch, in order to preserve exactly at creation, as it were, you got to bring it down to, and this takes it to 38 below zero, and just captures it. It's called the blast freezer, so that's the batch, blast freezer. So this is the blast. And the blast we can use for making our gelato cakes, and et cetera, et cetera. You can put things in molds, and we're just beginning to learn and experiment with all of it. I mean, it's so exciting to have really high quality equipment, which is what we that was kind of our focus. We found out about this Catabriga F.A. from Bologna, Italy, and we don't, I did have an art history undergrad, but I don't know all the history around the Carpigiani company. So we understand it's an old machine, several hundred years anyway. Obviously, it's a very new model. We needed 3-phase energy to come in here because it's so powerful. So I don't know the exact comparability, but if you remember the old, ice cream that you put ice on the outside and you ratchet it around, just imagine that 30 to 100 times more powerful, kind of going up and down and churning. And I think Nora talked to you a little bit about kind of what that does to the substance. Other than that, we're kind of packed in here. We're a small little kitchen. We're thinking about just continuing to make quality stuff, and my son might come and help out. We looked at kind of traditional bicycle ice cream vendor thing, a no-speed bike with a chest on the front and an umbrella. So he might, in the spring and summer, go to the schools coming out and go up to the so he's graduating. He's in Florence right now. He's graduating from college at UVM. So we need him here because if it's a family business, hopefully we'll be busy enough that we'll need help, and if he could be the help.
Thanks to Chill Gelato for being so chill. Boy.
Made by us, Tucker, Will, Eduardo. Yeah.
Edited by Eduardo, Tucker, and Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy!